Have you ever noticed that even though you know exactly what you need to do, your body seems to freeze? As if there were an invisible, almost magnetic force pulling you back to the couch, to your phone, to the eternal later. You open your financial spreadsheet and close it. You think about working out and put it off. You want to start that project and procrastinate. This isn't laziness. It's not a lack of discipline. It's neuroscience in action. Your brain isn't trying to sabotage you. On the contrary, it's trying to protect you. Shaped by millions of years of evolution, it was programmed to avoid pain and seek pleasure, because in the ancient savanna, that was the formula for survival. The problem? Today, the concepts of pain and pleasure have transformed. Pain has become difficult conversation, constructive feedback, starting from scratch, and pleasure has become notifications, refined sugar, infinite scrolling on social media. Your survival system is outdated, but the good news is you can and must update it. True freedom isn't born when you feel like it. It's born precisely when you act, even when you don't feel like it. It's in this tense space between the impulse to flee and the act of moving forward that you rebuild yourself, not through willpower, that fleeting illusion, but through repeated choice, a morning ritual of silent courage. And that's what we're going to talk about. Not a quick tip or a fleeting hack, but a profound neurological and philosophical principle, one that, if applied consistently, transforms not only your days, but your relationship with yourself. Your brain operates with two fundamental systems, and both are always active, like two engines competing for control of the steering wheel of your life. The first is the reward system, driven by dopamine. It seeks pleasure, novelty, immediate relief. It's what makes you scroll for hours, devour the candy hidden in the drawer, put off the important task. It's not evil, it's efficient. It wants to make you feel good. Now. The second is the push and threat system, which activates survival mode. It doesn't distinguish between a lion in the savannah and an uncomfortable email. To it, rejection, judgment, uncertain effort, all of these are danger. And what does the brain do in the face of danger? It freezes, it paralyzes, it runs away, it procrastinates. This is why it's easier to eat chocolate than to go to the gym. It's easier to scroll through videos than to open a budget. It's easier to put off a difficult conversation than to face it. Your brain isn't sabotaging you. It's trying to keep you safe in the most primitive, instinctive, and biological sense of the word. But this safety is a dangerous illusion, because in modern life, the greatest danger isn't effort, it's stagnation. It's not momentary discomfort, it's chronic resignation. It's not fleeting pain, it's the silent, persistent pain of a life unlived. Most people believe that dopamine is the pleasure hormone. They're wrong. Dopamine is the hormone of pursuit, of effort, of anticipation. And here's the decisive twist. The most powerful dopamine, the one that lasts, sustains, and truly motivates, doesn't come from easy pleasure. It comes from chosen effort. When you decide to face something difficult, even when you don't want to, even when you're afraid, your brain releases dopamine more deeply and for a longer period of time. Why? Because it understands you're in control, you're overcoming, you're evolving. This dopamine doesn't disappear in 3 seconds, like that of a like or a piece of cake. It settles in. It sustains you. It gives you clarity, focus, and purpose. Without caffeine, without external pressure, without guilt. It's the dopamine of active overcoming. It's radically different from the dopamine of passive pleasure. the kind you consume which leaves you empty soon after. The dopamine of effort fills you up. It whispers, "You can do it." And when your brain starts to believe it, everything changes. One of the most important findings in neuroscience in recent years is this: your brain processes social pain, rejection, judgment, failure, in the same neural circuits it processes physical pain. Being ignored, criticized, feeling inadequate, it hurts, literally. Studies show that social rejection activates the same brain areas as a burn or a cut. And because your brain hates pain, any pain, it does everything it can to avoid situations that might generate this kind of suffering. The result? You put it off. You run away. You pretend it's not important. You procrastinate. And then the vicious cycle begins. You avoid the pain. You don't act. You don't generate effort dopamine. You seek cheap dopamine, food, social media, distraction. You feel worse. You avoid more, and so on. It's a loop of neurological self-sabotage. And the only way out? Act despite the pain. Not to suffer, but to teach your brain. This pain doesn't kill me. It strengthens me. It transforms me. Call it what you want: hedonic reversal, discomfort ritual, morning brain reset. The name doesn't matter. What matters is the concrete gesture. Choosing as soon as you wake up to face what your body and your mind desperately want to avoid, not to suffer. To teach your brain, I am in control. Pain doesn't paralyze me. It activates me. This is the most revolutionary act you can do in the morning, because by doing so you break the automatic escape pattern before it sets in. Generate quality dopamine, the kind that lasts, motivates, and clears the mind. Restores your sense of agency, the visceral feeling that you direct your life, not the other way around. It makes the rest of the day lighter, because after facing the worst, everything seems more possible. People who seem to have iron discipline aren't superhuman. They just started training this neurological muscle before you. They wake up and instead of seeking comfort, seek challenge. They take cold showers. They meditate before checking their phone. They answer the difficult email. They organize the mess they've been avoiding for weeks. They don't do it because they enjoy it. They do it because they know every morning is an opportunity to reprogram their brain, and with it, their life itself. Forget the idea of a radical transformation in 7 days. This isn't about perfection. It's about presence, about conscious choice, about teaching your brain step by step that you are stronger than your automatic impulses. Here's the step-by-step guide, not as a mechanical checklist, but as a journey of self-discovery and inner reconstruction. Step 1. Choose something you avoid, but that, if done, would make you feel lighter. It doesn't have to be heroic. It doesn't have to be epic. It needs to be real and meaningful to you. It could be opening the expense spreadsheet you've been ignoring for months, sending that work email that's been sitting in draft form since January, doing 10 minutes of stretching before coffee, meditating for 5 minutes in silence without distractions, organizing the drawer that's become an emotional mess, reading 5 pages of a book that really matters before opening your phone. The criteria? It's something you avoid, but doing it generates relief, quiet pride, or real progress. And be careful. It can't be something you already do easily. It has to be a challenge, even if small, even if it seems insignificant. The brain doesn't care about scale. It cares about symbolism. Step 2. Do this before any reward. Before coffee, before the music, before the cell phone, before the distraction. This is the crux of it. You don't negotiate with your brain, you lead. By doing the difficult task first, you're saying, comfort comes after effort, pleasure comes after responsibility. And this reversal changes everything. Your brain, accustomed to seeking immediate reward, will resist. It will make excuses. It will whisper, tomorrow. Ignore it. Act, even if it's for 2 minutes, even if it's poorly done. The act matters more than the result. The intention matters more than perfection. Step 3. Notice what changes, not in the external results, but in you. After you've done it, don't ask yourself, am I finished? Ask yourself, how do I feel now? Is my mind clearer? Did my mood improve? Were my next decisions easier? Did I feel more in control of my day? Was there a feeling of lightness, even if minimal? This is the reprogramming taking place. You're not just being productive, you're building a new identity, that of someone who acts before feeling like it, someone who chooses productive discomfort and reaps freedom as a natural fruit. Step 4. Repeat for 7 days, not to test, but to teach. Your brain learns through repetition. Each morning is a lesson in courage, a silent proof that you are stronger than your automatic fears. It doesn't have to be the same task every day. It can and should vary. The important thing is the ritual. Wake up, face the discomfort, observe the effect. Write it down if you like, not to berate yourself, but to see the pattern. How does your mood change? How does your patience increase? How do small decisions begin to flow more naturally? How does your self-confidence grow, almost imperceptibly? This isn't a productivity challenge. It's a personal sovereignty workout. You won't become a productivity machine. You'll become someone more present, more calm, more confident. Because when you start the day by conquering yourself, not the world, you enter a state of sustained action. You don't need external motivation. You don't depend on praise, likes, or immediate rewards. You act because you know motivation comes from action, not the other way around. And what's more, you begin to see yourself differently. You stop being someone who procrastinates and become someone who confronts. This identity shift is the most powerful of all, because when you see yourself as capable, you act like someone capable. This affects everything. Your relationships, as you stop running away from difficult conversations. Your career, as you start projects instead of endlessly planning them. Your health, as you choose what nourishes, not what momentarily soothes. Your spirituality, as you seek silence, not distraction. You don't need more motivation. You need less waiting. Life doesn't change when you feel ready. It changes when you become the person who acts before feeling. This is the best-kept secret of people who seem to have everything under control. They don't have more strength. They only started with what hurt and discovered that on the other side of the chosen pain was freedom. It's not about being perfect. It's about being honest, about recognizing my brain wants to protect me, but I need to free myself. And freedom begins with a simple, repeated gesture: wake up, breathe, choose discomfort, and act. Do this for 7 days, not as a test, but as a ritual, as a silent vow to yourself: I am here, I am in control, I won't run away anymore. The rest, the clarity, the energy, the confidence, the results will come as a natural consequence. Because when you reprogram your brain, you reprogram your life. And this isn't a promise. It's neuroscience. It's practice. It's human. Start tomorrow. with the worst. And discover the best comes later, and it comes from within. If this content touched something within you, if you've ever found yourself stuck, procrastinating, running away from what matters, then this isn't just information. It's an invitation for you to start tomorrow differently. You don't have to change everything. You just need to choose one thing you've been avoiding, and do it before any reward. And I want to join you in this. Comment below. Tomorrow I'll start. Fill in the blank. Write what you're going to do. An email, a spreadsheet, an exercise, a conversation, a page from a book. What is it? Why? Because when you write, you commit. When you share, you become accountable, not to me, but to yourself. And when others read it, they're inspired. It becomes a movement. Bonus tip: save this video. Watch it again in 7 days. See how you feel. Compare. Celebrate progress, even if it's small. If this content made sense to you, subscribe to the channel. Every week, I bring insights from neuroscience, philosophy, and behavior to help you live with more clarity, courage, and freedom. Without fads, without false shortcuts. Leave a like. This really helps the algorithm get this message to more people who, like you, are tired of sabotaging themselves. And if you've tried something similar, or if you've failed trying, comment too. Your story could be the push someone needs to start over. Remember, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to wait for the perfect moment. You just have to choose and act. Tomorrow morning, before coffee, before your phone, choose the discomfort. And then come here and tell me, how was it? What changed? What did you discover? Because transformation doesn't happen theoretically. It happens through action, through ritual, through repetition. I'm here rooting for you. Now it's your turn. Until the next video and until tomorrow morning when you decide, today, I'll start where it hurts. See you in the comments.